Hey everyone, it's Amy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you guys my review and swatches of the brand new bronzer from Too Faced. And this is the Too Faced Sweetheart Bronzer Baked Luminous Glow Bronzer. And here is what it looks like up close. And it's got such really cute packaging. This is what I like to call Tiffany blue. So anytime I see anything that's this color that resembles Tiffany blue to me, I'm like, I need it. Tiffany blue, besides just the Tiffany factor, is my favorite color in the whole wide world. Anytime I see a color like this, I'm like, I have to have it. So my KitchenAid mixer is actually this color and I love it so much. So the packaging is adorable, and then it's got this really pretty gold design on it as well. And then on the back it tells you a little bit about it. So it's a bronzer baked with love, created with two shades that combine for a multi-dimensional radiant bronze that always looks natural, or use each shade alone for a luminous contoured bronze. So let me show you what it looks like, and then I will tell you about it. So here is the little packaging, and it's identical to the blushes if you're familiar with them. Same exact heart-shaped box and size and everything. So this is what it looks like up close. So freaking cute. Just as cute as the box, and I'm actually gonna keep the box for once because I think it's just too stinking adorable. It says Too Faced, established in 1998, and then on the back it tells you what the color is as well. So technically this bronzer shade is called Sweet Tea, and then here is what it looks like. And technically you would have like a contour on one side and then what they're considering what could be a highlight on the other. So let me tell you a little bit more information from the website because it does tell you a little bit more. And it does retail for $30, and currently right now you can only get it from Too Faced website. They will be releasing it at some point to Sephora and Ulta. They haven't released the date, or I haven't seen any information on the exact date, but I would imagine sometime soon within March or April it's definitely going to be up at Sephora or Ulta or both. So again, this is what the bronzer looks like, and it's in the shade Sweet Tea. So I'm also curious if they'll be coming out with any other variations and shades with this bronzer, but this is the first time they've done a bronzer in the heart-shaped and the sweetheart shape. So it says, with two perfect swatches, you can just swirl the colors together and apply, or use more of one shade for a custom glow or highlight. Blend both swatches together for one universal shade, or use each swatch individually for custom color. Baked color formula allows the bronzer to be applied with a beautiful buildable finish. Works on all skin tones. And so technically, this side is considered Brew Tea Bronze, and then this side is golden beige. So they say you could contour with it, you could bronze with it, you could highlight with it. Personally, on my fair skin tone, I would never really use this as a highlighter. This, like it says, is a golden beige, so it's already a little bit too dark for me, but swirled together, beautiful. So let me swatch them for you guys, because when I first swatched them, I will swatch them individually and then swirl together. I was not crazy about it. I was like, this is so not going to work on my skin tone. Here is technically the lighter shade, the golden beige, and then this was the darker shade, which is Brewed Tea. And so let me swatch them for you guys. And there they are up close, and you can see they have a beautiful luminous finish. So it's definitely not a product that I would contour with because it's got a luminous glow to it, and also because of the color, I just would never contour with it. But using it as a bronzer, it's really pretty. So again, here it is up close, and you can see the luminosity that it has, and how this one is not much lighter than this shade, but they kind of have like a golden bronzy undertone to them. So at first I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be way too golden for like my fair skin tone. Anyone darker than me, I think it would look beautiful. But at first I was like, oh no, this is so not gonna work. But then when I swirled them together with a really light hand, and they blend on like butter and beautiful on the skin, it actually looks really great. So I have it on today. Now I do have blush and highlighter on top, but I think it just gives you a really beautiful glow. It's not like this harsh bronze. And like I said, when you also, let me swirl the colors together because that's what I had done. So there it is swirled together. Again, you can still see how beautiful and luminous it is. So golden beige, brewed tea, and sweet tea is what they call it when you mix it all together. So this is the brush that I applied it with today, and I really loved it. And this was the Morphe 527. I just swirled it in there and then tapped it off really good, and then just went in with, you know, light kind of swirly motions and all over my face, and just really bronzed it up. And it gives you such like a beautiful glow, a bronzy glow, like a very natural bronze bronzy glow. I love the finish of this. I actually just did the review, if you guys have seen it, on the new Urban Decay bronzer, and if I had to pick between the two for my personal preference of what I like and the undertone, I love this one so much better. I do like that one, but that one is something I'd consider a little bit more like for bronzing and contouring, whereas this would only be for bronzing, and I just love this one. Love it. So like I said, at first I wasn't sure when I swatched it, because even though I find that it's a little bit cooler compared to like something that has an orange undertone, it still had like a very bronzy gold undertone. A little bit too much at first, I thought. But don't let that scare you away, because it's beautiful mixed together, and I'm very fair and I love it. So I think if you're darker than me, you're also gonna love it. It may not show up on people that have really deep skin tones or really tan skin tones, so I'm hoping that they do come out with some more shades. I have a feeling maybe they're just testing this and they want to see if people like the formula for the bronzer, since people like the blushes, and if it works out, maybe they'll add a couple more shades to the collection, because they did also just come out with the little contour quad. They came out in a deep shade for that, so they definitely heard people's requests. Rather than just having one universal shade, they came out with deep. So I have a feeling maybe they will do that with these as well. So I definitely really like the formula, and I want to mention to you guys that this is technically a baked formula, so it's definitely going to feel different than some of your very creamy, buttery, powdery formulas like the Urban Decay one I just did, or my Ciate bronzer, or my Makeup Forever, Smashbox, things like that. This has a very baked feel to it. So it almost feels like a little bit like scratchy and rough. And I don't want you to take that in a bad way, because when I blend it with my fingers or use it with the brush, I mean, it blends so easily and it's so blendable. Like, I can't get over how blendable it is. But it just has a different texture to it because it's a baked formula. And so I really like this. I think it gives such a beautiful glow to the skin. It lasts a really long time. They're so easy to work with. Let me tell you really quick what the size of it is. This is a total of 5.5 grams or 0.19 ounces, just so you know. So same exact sizes as the blush. So really pretty. They always get, Too Faced seriously always gets an A+ for their packaging. It's always the cutest packaging. If you guys are familiar with the blushes, you will know that this is just cardboard, that, you know, it's not like a plastic or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. But they do a really good job of its nice, thick cardboard. So I've never had a problem with this breaking or anything like that. You just have to be a little bit more careful with it when you do travel and stuff. So overall, I'm super impressed by this bronzer. I really love the formula. I do really like the color once you get to playing around with it and applying it to the face. I think it applies much more effortlessly and natural and beautiful looking on the skin once you apply it, rather than just swatching. But even swatching it, it's gorgeous. It just may scare some people that have very fair skin tones, so don't let it scare you away. Definitely blend it together and go in with a light hand, and it just blends out beautifully on the skin. So I am so in love with this product, so in love with it, and it's perfect because it's a little heart and I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review and swatches of the new Too Faced Sweet Tea Bronzer, and if you did, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned to all my upcoming videos, and I will see you guys very soon.